Hello and welcome, weirdos. Now, I say weirdos with the utmost love and care because I myself consider myself a weirdo, and not to quote The Craft, but we are the weirdos, mister. So thank you. Welcome back to my channel if you are coming back. I know it's been a very long break. I used to make a load of booktube videos, and then life happened, as it does. So it's been a few years. It's been an interesting few years, but I have kind of gotten back into my love of reading, into my love of books, and I kind of want to share that because nobody really wants to talk about it in my real life, clearly because I'm a lonely weirdo. But anyway, let's not treat this like a therapy session. Let's talk about the books that I am planning to read for the month of July. So it is, well, I say it's summer. I live in the UK. Someone should have told the weather gods because it's effing miserable. It's cold, it's raining, it's really not very nice. And yes, so I felt like July would be a good time to just sort of cozy up with a good book. Yeah. So I've got a stack of books here. It's not terribly ambitious. It's also very horror driven because that's what I love. So anything kind of gothic horror, fucked up, thriller, that kind of thing is what I love. So I've only picked, how many books is this? 2, 4, 6 so I can count and see 6. 6 books so far this month that I want to read, and one is a manga. So we'll start with this one over here, and this is Junji Ito's Lovesick. You can see I've kind of already started, so I'm just over there with it. I love it already. Junji Ito's art is gorgeous and disturbing and horrific, and all the things I love. And I'm actually loving the story. So kind of the premise of the story, Lovesick, this particular story, it kind of starts with this town that gets engulfed by fog, which again is very appropriate today, and the people of the town will go to these intersections, to the kind of crossroads of the town, and ask the first random stranger that they see about like their fortune, and to tell them their fortune. So a lot of people will ask, will the boy I like want to go out with me to the prom, that kind of thing. So it's really interesting. So that's sort of the premise of it. I won't say any more. Yeah, if you're a Junji Ito fan, if you're familiar with his work, it's just fantastic. The artwork in this book is just beautiful, as you would expect. And all round, I'm having a very good time. So that's book number 1. Book number 2 is one that's kind of been sitting on my shelf for ages. It's Gothicana, and yeah, I took one look at this cover and the title and went, that's for me. And it does, I mean, the front says it's by Runix. It's poetic, eerie, and beautiful, which again sounds incredible. And I'll kind of read you the blurb. It basically says Corvina Clem, which Corvina, excellent name, love Corvids, is a woman with secrets. The last thing she expects to receive is an admission letter for the University of Veronmore, a place just as secretive. A castle atop a mountain, Veronmore is steeped in shadows, deceit and death, a place where students have been disappearing every 5 years for over a century. As Kavina becomes caught up in unraveling the clues to solve the mystery, her path collides with Vlad Deverell, her enigmatic professor. So, Vlad? Vampire? Yes, the sounds... yeah, this sounds fantastic. So I definitely, when I bought it, I was really keen to read it. I didn't... I need to read this. Okay. So the next one is one that I've absolutely been looking forward to. So Christina Henry is just one of my favorite authors. I love her Alice kind of retelling, Alice in Wonderland retelling. I love all her books. And this is The House That Horror Built. Now, I particularly like this concept on this book because it follows a movie director in a sense. So I have this thing where I love books and films around, fucked up films, movie directors, horror. I love horror films. So basically the premise of this one is that you've got this horror director whose wife and son went missing after his son was accused of murder. And he kind of moves to, I think it's Chicago, to kind of get away from LA and get away from all his kind of demons. The main POV, I think it was going to be the main POV in this book, is his cleaner, Harry. So she is a single mother, kind of down on her luck, really struggling to make ends meet, and she becomes a cleaner in his house, in his sort of mansion. And, you know, she spends her days kind of going around the rooms and cleaning all the memorabilia and all his horror stuff and all his bits and pieces. And then I think what this kind of builds to is that there's something weird going on in this house. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And again, I got a signed copy, which made me very happy. And the cover is gorgeous. So really, anything Christina Henry. Then, moving on, another one of my favorite tropes, along with vampires and anything gothic and horror, is, particularly in thrillers, it's kind of university thrillers. So I love things that are kind of set in university, you know, messed up friend groups, that kind of thing. So I picked up this one, In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife, by Ashley Winstead. This has sort of been described as kind of We Are Villains and The Secret History, which are two of my favorites. And it says 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. So I believe the premise of this is that these kind of 6 friends get back together. They go back to the university reunion, as it says on the back. And you kind of get the story from the past and the present, where they're talking about one of their friend group got murdered while they were at university. And it's sort of whodunit kind of thing. So sounds great. Again, great cover. Really looking forward to that one. Then these two are my latest purchases, and I literally just went to the lovely Waterstones and got these. So the first one is Eric LaRocca and Everything the Darkness Eats. So I have been seeing Eric's books everywhere, and I keep meaning to pick one up and try it. And I saw this one and I thought it sounded really, really good. I know there are a lot of kind of short story anthologies. I'm not the biggest fan of that. And this one just sounds like a standalone novel. So it says, an insidious darkness threatens to devastate a rural New England community when occult forces are conjured and bigotry is left unrestrained. Okay, the occult, another one of my favorite things. Kind of satanic panic, anything along those veins. Love. So for my first Eric LaRocca, this is one that I'm really looking forward to reading. And then last but definitely not least, I was going to say, is Silver Nitrate by Silvia Morena Garcia. Now, Mexican Gothic is just hands down one of my favorite novels, one of my favorite kind of Gothic novels. Also, this cover is, how amazing is this cover? So when I saw this come out, I was like, yes. I've read some of, quite a few actually, of Sylvia's other books. Didn't enjoy them as much as Mexican Gothic, have to say, but I've got high hopes for this one. So again, this is about about the film industry and about like a movie director. So it says, Montserrat has always been overlooked. She's a talented sound engineer, but she's left out of the boys' club running the film industry in 90s Mexico City. Also, we're going back to the 90s. Fabulous. Then her best friend Tristian introduces her to his new neighbour, cult horror director Abel Loretta, who promises that he can change all of their lives if only they help him finish what he claims is a cursed film by a Nazi occultist. Again, like you had me from hello, right? You know, film industry, 90s, you know, occult films. Yes. Just yes. So that is my stack. Wish me luck. Like I said, if the weather gets any worse here, it'll literally be just staying inside and reading. I am supposed to be going to see Stevie Nicks tonight, so I'm very excited about that at Hyde Park BST. I'll let you know how that went, although again it's miserable, so we'll see how that goes, if she'll hit the stage. But yeah, other than that, it's just going to be reading. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know if you've read any of these and what you thought of them. And like I said, if you are kind of returning and you saw my channel a few years ago, thank you so very much. And for anyone that hasn't, hello. And yeah, I hope to see you all very soon. Happy reading. Bye.